and a very good morning to you. This is the Talk of the Town. And our guest this morning is a member of the NPP, and he's also a member of the National Executive Committee of the NPP. He's all the way from Trinco, Arun Hemachandra. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Mr. Faraj.
Thank you very much for being on the Talk of the Town. But some months ago, wherever you went, people were talking about this NPP. So in Sinhalese, they would sort of say, Rallak, NPP. But I can't see where this rally is now. So I thought I'd ask you, where is this rally? Where is the wave of support for the NPP? What's happened to it? It's kind of disappeared. Why?
The rally is there and that is waiting to be a tsunami.
Oh, soon. Okay.
So, only thing is, we were preparing a force to face an election. So, since the elections have been postponed just because we were winning, the people are a little calm and quiet. But that does not mean they are not waiting for an opportunity. We had a fabulous May Day, putting all the other parties together. Even they could not even come closer to us. So, we had a very massive May Day parade. And on the other hand, we are having successful these electoral conventions.
You know, these May Day things, isn't it true to say that all you parties bus people in?
Well,
and it's almost like a display of money.
It's not common to NPP.
Okay.
The other parties, they do.
How do your people come? Do they walk?
We provide them transport, but many people pay for their own transportation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that is one, because even when it was new thing for me, when I got into JVP or NPP, but even I learned that after coming to this party because all the other parties were doing it in a different way.
What attracted you to the NPP?
They are very genuine people and they stick to their words and they are really genuinely focused for system change, wherein I do believe that they can provide that change that the country is looking forward for past so many years. It made them work with them voluntarily.
Do you know the NPP, are you all committed to abolishing the executive presidency?
Definitely.
Do you think that please note the use of the words, when Anukumara Dissanayake becomes the president, not if, but when he becomes the president, do you think that he will change his mind and then hang on to the executive presidency?
Not exactly, because what we feel is the executive presidency has been one of the main reason for this, devastating state of this country. So in that what we feel is, this should be abolished at some point. So even without we coming to power, even before we coming to power, we did all our level best to abolish this. But the ruling governments or the ongoing governments were not interested to abolish this. But we do assure that when we come into power, we should make presidency accountable to the parliament, wherein this particular executive presidency will be abolished and there will be more accountable president in this country, selected by the parliament or elected by the parliament.
But the underlying thing is that the NPP is committed to the abolishing of the presidency.
We have given that in writing. In our manifestos, we clearly say that.
Now, the current president has postponed elections. Why do you think that is?
It's because he cannot win. And it's because his colleagues cannot win.
You mean the people backing him?
Yeah,
backing
the
134.
And backing him, not only 134. The situation would have been different if SJB was winning. Because in Sri Lanka, we have seen losing elections also. We have seen government facing losing elections also. Because that happened in 2001, that happened in 2004, that happened in 2015. So they are not afraid to lose, assuming the people, those who will be elected next, will save them in this context.
Yeah.
Just because SJB is not winning, of course the government does not have the mandate, and just because SJB is not winning, and just because we are winning, and just because we could provide that system change that the people are expecting, and just because we will punish all these looters, President does not want an election, because their honeymoon will be over.
What was your thought process in the removal of this man who held his position as one of these independent commissions, the watchdog, PUCSL, Janaka Ratnayaka? I know, I'm not asking you whether the removal was legal or not, because we all know that it was done within the available procedures. But what message does it send to this whole idea of good governance when a member of a so-called independent commission gets removed, especially when he seems to be having or had a problem because he's articulating the lowering of certain electricity tariffs, whereas his